Okay, this is a tough one. I am an idiotic, stupid dog, okay? That goes without saying. And I'm probably wrong. My take is it's probably systemically racist. And I probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But this Kanye West character with the White Lives Matter t-shirt and Kim Kardashian coming out and saying, he's just trying to get attention. First off, I think that's a little bit what you call it when somebody's, enabling. There's something wrong with that gentleman. It's not just he's trying to get attention. There's something drastically, he's off. He's off-putting and he's off-kilter. But you want to talk about the pot calling the kettle black, Kim? Yeah, he's just trying to get attention. Your entire billionaire or whatever it is, your dynasty, your empire is built on getting attention. So if Cayenne's trying to get attention, give him a break. And also, it's okay. Why can't you say white lives matter? Everybody's saying it's disgusting. I'm like, the man, he's white. How do you think the man feels about it? To say white lives matter is disgusting? It might be because you're trying to say black lives, you're implying black lives don't matter? How come you're implying black lives don't matter? How come if you're wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, it doesn't imply that white lives don't matter? But, it's a whole thing, so who knows? It's systemic racism. It could be that it's terrible to say blue lives matter, white lives matter. Just where I'm sitting from, I think it's okay to say black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter, blue lives matter, the firemen matter, everybody matters, Everybody really does matter. And it's okay to say, the black lives matter. The black lives, it's okay to say it because they're kind of getting the short shrift a lot of times, They're the ones who are getting all the traffic tickets if they're lucky. They're getting pulled over and getting a lot of the traffic tickets if they're lucky and they're not just getting blown away, So, you got to have a little bit of Black Lives Matter consciousness for our fellow black Americans and not be hung up on it. But it's also okay for Kanye to say, hey, I want to wear a t-shirt that says, Make America Great Again, White Lives Matter, and I'm going to put some of my staff in it, like they're, instead of saying staff or security, that says White Lives Matter. You can identify them then. When you see a black chick walking around a venue or a few of them in a long sleeve tee and on the back or the front it says White Lives Matter. If you see a pretty looking black chick walking around with a White Lives Matter t-shirt, you can identify, they stand out in the crowd. You can say, oh, that's the person you ask where the bathroom is. Hey, can you help me? I can't find my kid. That's the security. That's the people, like, hey, I can't find my seat. Hey, what time does this thing start? Hey, is it possible to get Ye's autograph? You would go up to the girl, it's in the White Lives t-shirt. You could say, hey, when's this thing getting started? Is there going to be any hors d'oeuvres? Is there going to be refreshments? That's the person you would ask that question to. But, it doesn't matter. It's just a thing. And it really is. It's just a thing. It's just to create. But the thing I'll give Kanye credit for is that maybe he figured his fashion show wasn't going to be that good, or he's lost his fashion show touch, or maybe he figured it's really good and he wants to draw a lot of attention to it. But he built up an enormous groundswell of focus on himself and his line of clothing. So whatever his intentions were, the one thing that happened was he got $1 billion worth of free advertisements. So you got to give him credit. This guy, I think he could be a prophet or he could be a fool. It's like he's the dog almost, The dog could be talking sense. He could be talking nonsense. He could be right. He could be wrong. He could be a half-ass moron, or he could be prescient. It's up in the air. You don't know. Who knows?